If you're between 18 and 25 and you're registered to vote, you're now part of the most powerful demographic in the country. Over 1 million people from your demographic have registered to vote since the election's been called, which now means you literally have the power in your hands. And I can say one thing from the get-go. The people who appear to have your best interests at heart are not counting on you showing up on Thursday. And the people who don't appear to have your best interests at heart are absolutely counting on you not showing up on Thursday. There are a few things you might want to think about. Do you want to be educated into debt in the future? Do you want your pursuit for higher education and a better life to wind you up starting out with a minus balance? You might also want to consider the fact that you have probably, if you're from that demographic, gone to school with and grown up around people from other places, from other cultures. And if that's not already the case, if you do plan to pursue your education further and go, into college and or uni, you most certainly will have friends and fellow students and eventually colleagues from different places. Do you want to grow up in a climate and an environment where the administration seeks to sow the seeds of division between you and your peers? You may also want to think about healthcare. Traditionally, healthcare is something that older people are generally more concerned with, but young people have parents and older relatives and older loved ones. And speaking as somebody who has recently just nursed a parent with a terminal illness, right to the very end, quite recently, that's not something you want to have to go through with the national health in its current condition. While the people in it are working very hard, it's an absolute shambles. And it doesn't matter how hard the people who are already in it are working. The system doesn't support them, and it's falling to pieces. And in a few years' time, you may have to go through helping to care for somebody who you love very much and watching the infrastructure that's supposed to keep them safe and well as best as is possible fail them time after time after time after time. One of the most common complaints of young people is that they don't feel that people listen to them or take them and or their issues seriously. But now you're in a position where you can take that choice away from people and you can push yourself into the conversation. You potentially have the loudest voice right now. And as I said at the very beginning, you're the most powerful demographic in the country. Show up on Thursday. Show up and make your voice count. Be part of the conversation, because it's only you that's marginalising yourself at the moment if you choose to stay at home. So to conclude, avail yourself of information. Get online, get on Google, look at voteforpolicies.org, for example. There are many others. Find out who's saying what and what people are pledging to do. Find out about people's record of keeping promises. If you don't already know what's important to you, make sure that you do before Thursday, so you know that your vote goes into the right place for the issues that you're concerned about. This isn't a party political broadcast. But most importantly, demarginalise yourself. Put yourself in the forefront. Be the mainstream voice. You have the chance. The power's in your hands. Show up on Thursday.